Hello, this is going to be a little mini video on soundness and validity. So we're going to go through three arguments and trying to figure out whether they are valid and or sound. Alright, so our first argument. If I am watching this mini video, then I am awake. I am awake, therefore I am watching this mini video. So if we sketch out what the shape of this argument is, we have two kinds of statements. A, B, B, A. So the shape of this argument is A implies B, B, and we want to conclude A. So we're going to need to check if A implies B and B semantically entails A. And we know how to do this. We draw our truth table, A, B, we want A implies B, and then we want our conclusion of, what was our conclusion? Our conclusion down here was A, so we then write A here, and we start to work through this. We have true, 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 false, false, true, false, false. So our A implies B table, we can consult the truth table for that. We have one false here and trues everywhere else. And then we have A being true, true, false, false. And so we can then we need to check everywhere that all the premises are true, that the conclusion is also true. So we have two premises, A implies B and B. So running through this, we have A implies B and B both true, and we have A implies B and B both true here as well. So in this first row, our conclusion is true, and so we're happy, we're good. In this row, though, the conclusion is false when the premises were all true, and that actually means that this semantic entailment does not hold. So when the semantic entailment does not hold, we know that this is not valid. Once we know that it's not valid, we can also conclude that it is not sound, because a sound argument is a valid argument where the premises are true. So that's the first one. Second one, the argument is if I am watching this mini video, then I am awake. I am watching this mini video, therefore I am awake. So we can do the truth table for this. First we should translate things. Watching the mini video, we're going to call that A. Being awake is going to be B. You are watching the mini video, that's A. And the conclusion is I am awake, B. So we can draw our truth table. A, B, A implies B, and we want B as the conclusion. True, 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 false, false, true, false, false. A implies B is false here and true everywhere else. And then B we're going to copy over again, true, false, true, false. We want to check the premises. The premises here are A, if A, then B, and A. So we're trying to check if A and A implies B, does that semantically entail B? So we've already done the setup here, because I did not say what the problem that we're trying to solve is before we started trying to solve it. So this is the problem we're trying to solve. Basically, you translate A implies B here, you translate A here, and then you translate B here, put it all together. This is the semantic entailment we need to check. We now need to check when all the premises are true. So here the premises are all true. If we keep scanning, in this case, or this case, at least one of the premises are false, and so we don't have to check it. So this is the only case we have to check, and the conclusion is in fact true, so the semantic entailment does hold. A and A implies B does semantically entail B. And we're happy with that. So that means that this is valid. The next thing that we want to check is the sound. So if I am watching this mini video, then I am awake. That's a true statement. You are probably not capable. We're gonna claim, assert here, that you are definitely not capable of sleep watching a mini video. So that's going to be taken as true. And I am watching this mini video. If you are watching the mini video, then you are watching the mini video. Otherwise, I'm not playing, so you are watching the mini video. So these two premises are both true in the real world, and so we're going to take this as sound as well. Valid and sound. Okay, third argument. If I am asleep, A, then I am not watching the mini video. So that's if then and a not. I am asleep, that's A, and I am not watching the mini video, not B. So we want to check. A implies not B. A, does that semantically entail not B? Same process we've been doing. We do A and B. We write out our truth table. We then want to check the premises. So we want not B, false, true, false, true. We then want A implies not B. That is going to be false here and true in every other case. And now we want to check. We want our double line. We want our conclusion, not B. False, true, false, true. We already had that from over here. We could just copy that down. We now want to check every row where the premises are true. So we want A and A implies not B. So here we have true and true, and this is the only row. In this row, this row, and this row, we have falses somewhere. So this is the only row where all the premises are true. We need to check that the conclusion is also true, and it is. So this semantic entailment does hold. We are okay with that. We're good. And that means that this is valid. The last thing to check is if this is sound, and to do that we evaluate whether or not the premises are true in the real world. So if I'm asleep, then I'm not watching the mini video. That is true. If you are asleep, then you should not be watching the mini video. You won't actually understand anything, and frankly, it's just impressive that you're doing it. Secondly, you are asleep. If you are somehow managing to play this video while you're asleep, I'm impressed. We're going to say that that is a false statement about the world, though, that you are actually asleep and watching this. So this is not sound. You are not asleep. The good thing about sound arguments is you can take faith in the conclusion that they draw. So if we go back to the second example, we concluded that you were awake, and we could be confident that that is a true statement about the world. And for number 3, though, it is not a sound argument, so we can't be confident in the conclusion that you are asleep. And that is our little blurb on soundness and validity.